Yep.
Salutations, everyone. This is Sam and Kale, the TNT boys. We are doing Who You Got tonight. We are entering week 11 of the NFL.
We were supposed to have an episode last week, but
yeah, we apologize for that. We just busy week.
You know, when I don't post that stuff, it really hurts me.
Kale,
it hurts my feelings because I do it to myself.
You had mentioned, well, I mean, we'd mentioned maybe recording it Wednesday night. I couldn't cite a work meeting. You mentioned recording one on your own, just sending you document information, but
Well, then,
obviously you
I worked late too,
like every day last week.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen.
Just with work and my own personal stuff.
But we are entering the second round, actually the semifinal round of the TTFL playoffs, TNT Touchdown Football League. Round one, the wild card round, was the week 10 NFL game. So we had, the playoffs have started, all that stuff, and we haven't talked to you guys. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. The final regular season power rankings, Kale finished in first place with a 5-2-1 record. Keith finished second with 4-2-2. So those got the first round buys of the playoffs. Third place, Keith gets the tiebreaker because he has the better picks record. Yours truly, me, I got fourth seed with a 4-4 record, coming back strong from a 1-4 start to winning 3 in a row. I told you that your boy was going to make that comeback, and he did. Daniel getting that fifth seed with a 3-2-3 record. Chris edging out the sixth seed with a 3-3-2 record. And then just barely missing out on the playoffs, we have Brody at ranked 7th at 3-4-1, failing to get his picks in.
Sadly.
Week 9 of the regular season.
We won't get into that, though.
I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to go into detail, but he did risk missing out in the playoffs, and that's what happened. So,
and there was a reminder sent out.
Plenty. Jason finishing.
You, Brody.
Yeah, love you, Brody. Bunches. Go Pack, go. Jason finishing 8th at 2-5-1, and then Braden bringing up last place at 1-5-2.
Womp womp.
You did good. You did us proud.
You did us good, kid. You did us good.
Now I'm gonna go over the actual matchup. So we had 6th seed versus 3rd seed, 5th seed versus 4th seed, which was actually rematches of week 9 matches. Me versus Daniel, Chris versus Jacobson. The result was the same for me and Daniel. I had him beat after the first wave of games on Sunday, after I think it was New England beat Tampa and Houston with a storming comeback over Jacksonville. And then Jacobson and Chris, they actually tied in week 9, but Jacobson beat Chris by 1 game in the wild card round, 8-6 versus 7-7. I went 10-4 versus Daniel's 7-7. And so now we go into round 2, the semifinal round. We've got me versus Kale, so it's a rematch of week 1. And then we have, so me, the 4th, Kale's the number 1 seed, and then we have Jacobson, number 3, versus Keith, number 2. Should be some good matchups. I'm excited. Things are getting down to we're getting down to the last few weeks of Who You Got this season. Obviously, it's not going as long as last season, but we did it a different format this time.
Maybe next year will be a little longer. Got some possible people coming in, so.
Yeah, we'd like to lengthen the season, but for that we need more people. But I even though it hasn't gone as long as last year, we have more people. It's a different format. It's been a lot more fun.
Yeah, last year was just us.
Yeah, exactly. And it was fun in its own kind of way, but this has been more competitive. It's been a blast. Obviously, I'm saying that I feel a certain way because I made that late season surge and made the playoffs, and now I'm advancing in the playoffs. If things didn't go my way, I'd probably be sitting here just kind of sulking and being like, "Yeah, I want the season to be over." But another thing that's pretty funny is Daniel's overall record to finish the year 3-3-3, which is funny. He had a 3-2-3 regular season,
which is kind of very unheard of.
Lost his playoff game, so 3-3-3.
We should make a category in the record book, oddest record.
Just threes across the board, man.
The DH oddest record book.
I mean, we did say he was the tie man, or the at least you tied.
Hey, you know what?
He had the most ties.
He made a comeback from starting off pretty rough to making the playoffs, getting eliminated.
He started off tying a bunch of games, and then he had the weirdest season of anyone. But
for someone who getting back into football,
well, yeah, he snuck into the playoffs. Those ties ended up going into his favor by the end of the season. But he did. He had a great season for someone who wasn't like really into football, never really watched football, to just now getting back into it, and all the research he's done. Just the fact that he made the playoffs is really cool. So, do we want to go ahead and get into our biggest winners, at least you tried, and biggest losers of week 10?
Go ahead. I mean, I already know you're going to say what I got to say.
So I'll start with my biggest loser. I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills, just for completely
losing to the Dolphins, 33-17.
Completely dog walked by the Dolphins. It was a toss up between them.
That probably just saved McDaniel's job.
Yo, for sure. For sure. You can't fire him after you just blew out the Bills, who have been one of the best teams in football for the past half a decade.
Who can't still win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
just like when Jim Kelly was there.
And now the Patriots are resurging back to dominance. So it's funny in that division, but
too early to say that, I think.
Well, they're
playing great.
They're 8-2. They just took down Tampa. I mean,
they're playing great.
I'm not saying it's set in stone, but they look really good this year, and so does Drake May. I almost went with the Panthers because they lost to the Saints, and I actually almost went with my Packers offense for their abysmal performance on Monday Night Football, but I digress. I went with the Bills. My at least you tried has to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars for giving up I think it was a 19-point fourth quarter comeback. They had a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter over Texans. Texans came back and won in the fourth quarter without C.J. Stroud. Davis Mills starting at quarterback. That game was huge for me and who you got last week, because that won me my week over Daniel.
Keep your season alive.
Exactly. So thank you, Davis Mills. And then my biggest winner of this past week has got to be either Stafford or JT, man. I think those are my front runners for league MVP right now. Stafford just continues to ball out at his age. I think he's on a streak of like 20 touchdowns to no picks, and he's 37. Like, he's been in the league the third longest out of all quarterbacks in the league right now, just behind Rodgers and Flacco. But JT, man, he is on an absolute tear. So, I'm Stafford's performance was more dominant, but JT led his Colts to a win in a tight game out of the country. I'm gonna go Taylor, Jonathan Taylor. And I will say this about my Packers: their defense played lights out last night, but offensively they need to get it figured out. They need to find a way to be more consistent. Anyway, you, Kale?
I mean, we're going to have to agree on Bills. So, I mean, that was pretty sloppy. I know that's eating Josh Allen alive.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Again, that saved McDaniel's job easily, single-handedly right there.
Yeah.
At least you tried. I gotta look at the games again.
I don't think you can go wrong with Jacksonville, man, after letting up that 19-point lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I watched Liam Cohen's reaction to him losing on that play and him, Lawrence falling down.
Yeah.
You ever just think that these coaches forget they're on TV and they just they throw it and everything? And
it was crazy because Texans scored the game winner. It was on a Davis Mills scramble, by the way. They went for 2, didn't get it, but it didn't matter. They're still up by 1. But the whole thing was then is Jaguars just need to get into field goal range, Cam Little's range, because he has the longest field goal in history now. But then on the very last play of the game, Trevor Lawrence threw an interception to the D lineman, and he returned it for a touchdown. It was hilarious to see. Absolute cinema.
At least you tried. I think it would be the Packers.
That's who you're going with?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-7 game. Like you said, the offense was pretty bad. Defense looked pretty good. Yes, I'm saying the Packers defense looked pretty good. Let's have a party about it. Whatever. Write that. Send it in the mail.
I can't even be mad about that pick because that's literally, you could say total team as a whole. It's at least you tried. And again, it's Philly. I can't knock them too much because Philly's the defending champs. They have a really good defense. And Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, okay?
For my top team, it's kind of between the Rams and the Lions. And I'm not saying that because I'm a homer or anything. I'm saying that because the Lions had a better score. They both had pretty similar scores.
They did. Wasn't it 44-22?
Yes.
Yeah, for both of them.
Jared Goff played pretty good, 329 yards, a couple touchdowns.
Stafford, though, man, he is just...
Who is a former Detroit Lions quarterback.
It's funny. It's crazy because people are now starting to put him in the same rank as the best of the best. And honestly, he deserves it.
And I remember when he won
42-26.
When he won his first Super Bowl, everyone's like, "Oh, he's not a first ballot." He's kind of making a point and a proven point.
I mean, look at his numbers, man.
Yeah.
If he wins another ring, I think he's first ballot, definitely. And I think right now...
And what's crazy, Stafford had about similar numbers as what Jared Goff in that game, too. So, I
think Stafford's the best quarterback in the NFC right now. And I think the Rams are potentially the best team in the NFC right now. Even though they're second in their division, technically, because Seattle holds the tiebreaker. Stafford is... Sam Darnold's playing really good, too, right now. But... He won me my game in week 9 over Daniel, the regular season finale.
And Jared Goff's playing pretty good too. I mean,
Jared Goff is playing good.
He went for 25 and 33 with 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Even our offensive running backs and our receiver J-Mo finally get the ball. Mind you, Dan Campbell was actually calling the offensive plays.
I saw that.
Which that makes me to believe, as a Lions fan, we're probably not going to have return. We're going to retain John Morton, maybe give him another year. But I mean, we'll hope to see. He's holding J-Mo back.
Yeah.
J-Mo's
a good receiver.
He is a great receiver.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy.
Yeah. And on that point of, good quarterback play, Jordan Love, he's having a good season. I like him, but
now here's a question.
He's just so he is the definition of inconsistent.
And here's a question, and I know this might get some Packer fans riled up about it, and some might agree. But as another colleague of on Agent Life Media, his opinion of Jordan Love, do you kind of see what he says a little bit sometimes about Jordan Love?
No, so when I was watching this game last night and seeing some of the decisions Jordan Love was making and some of the head-scratching throws and decisions and whatnot, I was starting to be like, man, this game is making me want to almost fully agree with Vance at this point.
And you texted me that too. I wasn't watching the game.
And I was I still I see the potential and I still hold out hope that he'll eventually because you see the wow plays because he makes a lot of those.
Right.
But then you see the absolute dumbass plays where he just chucks it up into triple coverage or just like misses a wide open receiver and takes another option. You know, part of me wants to believe, at least, you know, the optimistic fan in me wants to believe that he'll eventually get it together on a more consistent basis.
Before everyone's, you know, you jump on that train like, oh, we need a new quarterback.
But see, a lot of it is like Matt LaFleur's play calling has not been great lately either.
Yeah, I also think a little bit it's a little bit Matt LaFleur.
And Josh Jacobs, he didn't play great last night. And I like Josh Jacobs. He wasn't breaking tackles like he normally does. He was going down on first contact.
You guys had 101 rushing yards, and then you guys also had 157 passing yards.
And our receiver, like, it was just a bad game overall from the offense. I think missing Tucker Kraft is huge. And we're going to have to find a way to somehow replace that. Luke Musgrave's a talented tight end. He obviously, you know, doesn't have the impact Tucker Kraft has. I still think we need a dog number one wide receiver. We need a dog out there. Matthew Golden, the wide receiver we drafted in the first round, hasn't even scored a touchdown yet this season. And I don't know. Our offense just looks very vanilla, very predictable. I heard a comment once or earlier today that Josh Jacobs made. I saw it online. He said the Eagles knew what they were going to be running. Like they were calling it out. And that just shows how predictable it's getting.
Yep, the tush push.
I don't know if it was that play. It was a different one. It was later in the game where...
I did see someone ask you earlier today about how you feel about the tush push. Go ahead and explain.
So, I actually, when it first started, I was a fan of the tush push. Because to me, it promotes old school ground and pound football, you know? Run the ball up the middle, get behind those big offensive linemen, and drive forward. Jalen Hurts, he's a quarterback, but he's built like a power running back with strong legs. He can squat 600 pounds. It's fun to watch, but I feel like the Eagles get away with too much now. It's become too popularized. Like, to me, it's a glorified QB sneak.
Do you think it's as overused?
I feel like it's a little bit overused, but I feel like it's a glorified QB sneak that has gotten popularized because...
there you go. That's how you're going to piss off a Eagles fan right there.
And the Eagles...
What do you mean?
And like, I just... Well, you could see
Eagle noises. Caw-caw!
You could see it. If you watched the game last night, you could literally see the Eagles offensive linemen jump off sides.
Yeah.
Before they snap the ball.
Well, it probably doesn't help that they're all huddled.
And they've been getting away with that, and that's what I don't like about it is...
What probably doesn't help is that they're all bundled up, and the ref probably can't see that.
Right, and the fact that, you know, I was talking to a coworker one day. He said the tush push is ruining the integrity of the game.
Yes.
And I was disagreeing with him because I haven't really watched the Eagles that closely. I'll be honest, I haven't watched them that closely this season. After watching that
game, football fan, someone might say.
Well, I don't give a shit.
I know.
After they were playing my team on Monday Night Football, I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that's what he means." Because they keep doing that,
right?
And it's not the play itself; it's the fact they're getting away with jumping off sides every damn time.
Right.
You know, and it's like, yeah, they're getting away with honestly cheating a little bit with it, and. That's no excuse. That doesn't mean our offense played bad because of that. Like, I'm not trying to make excuses for why we lost the game. The Eagles won fair and square because our offense just did not perform. Jordan Love was off and
awful.
He was awful. Josh Jacobs wasn't playing his best game. He wasn't breaking the tackles he normally breaks.
He wasn't doing Josh Jacob things.
It was just ultimately it was just an off night for the offense.
Gotcha.
So, and Matt LaFleur. So, but hopefully they bounce back this next week. Do we want to get into these picks?
Yep.
All right. Patriots, Jets, pretty easy pick. Patriots there.
I do. I just do want to say like this week, I think is going to really make or break who's ever season.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple games I haven't done yet because I want to talk about them.
Okay, that's fine. One of those games is one I really was thinking about quite a bit. Miami, Washington. These are two teams that probably aren't going to make the playoffs. Washington doesn't have Jaden Daniels. I think if they're smart, they keep him out the rest of the year. I actually put it in my doc that you were going to do on your own. I said it last week. If we would have recorded, I would have said Dan Quinn kept Jaden Daniels in that game against the Seahawks.
He's actually, speaking of Dan Quinn, sorry to cut you off. He's taking over a defensive coordinator job.
Really?
Yeah.
So they kept Jaden Daniels in the game when they were down 38-7, and he ended up getting injured, dislocated shoulder. And I was like, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. It's he's getting banged up all year. It's like if they force him back, man, it's going to be RG3 all over again. So, and he's a similar style quarterback. Like
Poverty franchise.
It sucks because Jaden Daniels fun to watch, man. Like he's a good quarterback, but Miami takes this, especially after they beat Buffalo, man. Like they played up to their potential, which as an offense is pretty good with all that speed they have. Devon Achane is a stud.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, but yeah, going Miami.
Tua turned the ball over
when he's off. Yeah.
I'm going New England, and I'm also going Miami. Well put. Don't need to really go into it, but I would think Giants might have a little bit pep in their step because of they just fired the guy, Brian Daboll.
They just fired Daboll, but Jackson Dart might be he might not play.
I didn't know that.
Well, I think he's in concussion protocols. He's been banged up, so
I do think I think Daboll could have did it for them. I think they had a little fire going, and then
here's
the freak of nature got hurt.
Here's the deer. Here's the deer. I listened to this on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson. They said Jackson Dart plays reckless. Like I love watching him. He's a baller. He's a dog. He's got to learn how to slide.
No, yep.
Because he tries to run like he's a fullback, and
taking them hits.
And Brian Daboll was allowing it because he's like, yeah, we need this kind of energy. We need this kind of energy to bring this team back. But
and that's not the way to do it.
Really, a good coach is going to be like, dude, slide. And he was allowing that because if he's going to go down, the quarterback's going to go down with him. And he was coaching desperately is kind of how.
He's a good offensive coordinator.
Yes. He was a great OC when he was in Buffalo.
Which I can see him going back.
He helped develop Josh Allen to who he is now.
Yep.
And he had one decent year with Daniel Jones. And I feel like if he had more time, he'd do great with Jackson Dart, but it's just too little, too late.
Yeah.
And I think with Dart, he needs to learn how to slide. I know he's that tough gunslinger, run with power type of quarterback, but your career's not going to last very long if you keep that up. And same thing with Scatabo. I mean, the running back, he's more of a power runner, but he's going to have to learn some juke moves or something if he wants to stay healthy. So, but I think my Packers should be able to hopefully get back on track this week with hopefully a fairly easy dub over a Giants team that seems to be on the rails a little bit.
Yep. I got Green Bay in this one as well.
Potentially Russell Wilson starting for them.
Yep. I got Green Bay as well on this one. Tennessee versus Houston. Tennessee's not good. Going with Houston on this one easily.
Yeah. Even if CJ Stroud isn't back, Davis Mills with that clutch comeback last week, I'm going Houston.
Yep. The Oiler Bowl.
Yeah, the Oiler Bowl. All right, Falcons, Panthers.
Now, this one I didn't have marked because this one might be a trap game for me.
I had the fence. I was on the fence about this one too.
But Michael Penix is ass.
He's not playing terrible this year.
He's not great. He's not good.
I mean, you could say the same about Bryce Young too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's two young quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hard to pick which one.
Hard to pick. They're fairly even, but Panthers are 5-5. Falcons are 3-6. Panthers just lost to the Saints. But they also shut out the Falcons earlier this year, 30-0.
That's kind of where I'm going at with here with the Saints and then the shutout, because the reason is the Falcons might be pissed off about that still.
Yeah.
But again, the Falcons still really suck.
But then they also came into Lambeau 2 weeks ago and took down my Packers, who, even though they're lost 2 in a row, they're still technically one of the better teams in the NFC. And so that's why I'm going Carolina.
I'm going Atlanta.
That's one. That's all right. Minnesota, Chicago. I'm going Chicago. They're 6-3. They're winning games. Like them or not, Caleb Williams is having a good season.
Chicago as well. Chicago.
JJ McCarthy sucks. All right, moving on.
Stop it. Craig could be listening. I told him that today.
9.
When
JJ McCarthy goes into the game, he turns into 9, his alter ego.
Who the hell is 9? It's like 6'8", 6'7". What the hell is 6'7"?
It's from a song.
Probably a terrible song. 6'7".
Yeah. It's stupid. I hate it.
Anyway, Jacksonville versus the Chargers. This one I kind of left on mark too because, yes, Jacksonville lost to Houston. But
I feel like this one's a no-brainer.
You think so?
Because here's the thing. They let up a huge fourth quarter comeback to Davis Mills.
Right.
The CJ Stroudless Texans. And a week before, they were in a dogfight with the Raiders and barely won in overtime.
But they've also beat Kansas City.
They've been a different team since then. They also got blown out by Seattle, who is a real contender. And I feel like Chargers, it's a no-brainer. They mollywhopped the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Justin Herbert's having a great season.
All right, I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think, yeah, you made some good points there. Tampa Bay versus the Bills. I'm going to go with Tampa this one. I think Baker Mayfield is going to go in there and have a good game. The reason why I'm saying that is because last week's performance of the Bills and the kind of way that they've been playing.
I get that. Josh,
you don't know what kind of team you're going to get.
True.
Granted, you could also say that about Tampa Bay.
True, but if you look at the season as a whole, Buffalo is a little bit better statistically. And they have the same exact record, plus Buffalo's at home. They did just lose to Miami, so they're going to be pissed. Josh Allen is probably having his best week of practice. James Cook, one of the best running backs in the league this year.
You see, we say that though because if we say that historically, people could say they had a great practice or having a practice.
That's true.
And guess what? They shit the bed the next week.
That's true. I've heard coaching is their issue. Like Sean McDermott might not be the guy
anymore.
He's led them to 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, straight playoff appearances.
Little fun fact: he's from Omaha.
I did know that.
Okay,
I did know that. Yeah.
I'm that friend that has random knowledge.
Because of Doug McDermott too.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool fact. But I'm gonna roll with Buffalo just because Josh Allen ain't gonna let that slide 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, they just lost to the Dolphins. Yeah, they're playing a much better Florida team this week. But see, the thing is their division rival Patriots just beat the Bucs last week in Tampa. And I don't think they want to fall too far behind New England. And I think they're going to play hard. They're going to find a way to win at home. So I'm going Buffalo.
Cool. Pittsburgh versus the Bengals. Easy dub for Aaron Rodgers and company.
Even though they lost to the Bengals earlier this season on Thursday Night Football. And both Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco played lights out in that game. Again, Steelers are coming off a loss to the Chargers, and I think their offense is hard to watch, man. They don't have a lot of weapons. Aaron Rodgers is hit and miss, in his, ripe old age of 42. They don't have much of a running game. They don't have much of an offensive line, but they're at home, and part of me just wants to think they'll get it together, so I'm going Steelers. Cardinals 49ers. Easy 49ers win.
Yeah, these last few games are pretty no-brainers. So
Cardinals,
not no-brainer, easy picks for us.
Yeah, Cardinals have recently benched Murray for Jacoby Brissett.
Womp womp.
Niners are playing good when they're not playing other good teams, but Mac Jones is getting the job done for them. Brock Purdy's still out. He's been out most of the season. Rams over the Seahawks. This one will be a good game, actually.
Yeah, this one was kind of a tough one.
Whoever wins this game is rightful first place in the NFC West. So, but I with the way Stafford's playing and the Rams and that offense, man, and their defense is playing well, I'm going Rams.
Historically, these two teams have great battles.
Oh, yeah.
Beginning of the year, they had a last-second touchdown on Seattle.
Denver, KC. Denver is on top of the AFC West division right now, but they are just kind of skating by. Bo Nix he's not playing great, and the Chiefs are raring to get back into playoff contention. Mahomes is actually having a fairly decent year statistically, and they're coming off a bye week, so they should be fresh.
Is it me or though? Did Mahomes seem like he slowed down a little bit this year though?
I don't think so.
Like, you think he's still Mahomes or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I feel like their defense isn't as great maybe as it's been the past couple of years.
Yeah, I also think Kelsey's having somewhat of an okay year.
See, Kelsey's the one who I feel like has lost a step.
I think it's a lot of that.
I think
his air got blown up.
I think one, their defense isn't quite as good, and two, they don't really have much of a running game. Like Pacheco and Hunt, like they're used sparingly, but it's mostly just Mahomes and the receivers. They have Rashee Rice back, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, it's mostly the wide receivers.
Oh, crybaby Juju.
They mainly only use Kelsey in the red zone now. It feels like to me anyway, but I don't know.
If he can catch the damn ball.
I'll take KC in this one.
If he can catch the damn ball.
He can block still.
Play dirty block.
Browns, Ravens. Ravens, I think they're legit again since Lamar's been back. And the Browns just suck. Dylan Gabriel, like, I would never, like, he's a young quarterback. I think he'll probably still have a decent career, but if they were smart at all, they would give Shedeur a shot. But
Shedeur.
Whatever. Obviously, you have Baltimore as well. Philly versus Detroit. This one was a tough one for me, too.
Philly ain't playing too great this year.
These are the top two seeds from the NFC last season. Philly is...
They're good, but they're not...
They're 8-2, I think.
Great.
Or 7-2 now.
Yeah.
Detroit, I think they're back on top of the North after my Packers just lost last night. So
yep, we are now 6-3. So
6-3. We're 5-3-1.
Yeah, that tie is what's kind of...
Well, that tie was helping us, and now it's what's has us behind you guys, essentially.
I was going to be a smart ass and send you something, but I was like, nah, I'll let it pass this time. Because last time you did, when you guys took over the North.
You could have, dude. I
was like, hey, buddy, look. You see this? Did you wake up to this yet?
I already knew.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going Detroit. I know they're on the road.
Detroit.
It'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be a good game. I think Detroit.
I think it'd be a good little offensive battle.
I think Detroit has a little more just oomph to them on offense. They have a little more firepower, even though
Dan Campbell calling plays. I think that's going to help.
I think Philly, even though they have weapons, they're not getting the ball to AJ Brown. Saquon's not.
I think in the offseason they're going to trade AJ Brown.
I think defenses are keying on Saquon a little more. He's not, busting off the huge runs he was last year. Devontae Smith's having a good year. He's kind of been the go-to guy at receiver.
Yep.
Goddard's a great tight end. Jalen Hurts is having a stellar year.
Only thing I will say, this last game, we didn't see a whole lot of Montgomery.
Yeah, they need to get Montgomery more involved.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
But Jahmyr Gibbs had a great game last week.
For sure.
But they usually both have great games, so I don't think they really bother each other.
No.
So, they probably like splitting the reps.
For sure. Raiders, Cowboys. I'm going Cowboys. Yeah, I don't know. They lost to the Cardinals a couple weeks ago pretty disappointingly, but I don't know. Raiders just aren't good this year. They have a decent defense with Max Crosby, but Ashton Genty's having a decent rookie year. Brock Bowers, but I don't know. Geno's been so-so this year.
I think it finally hit him.
Dak Prescott's having a decent season, though.
Yeah, I think he had a better season than last year.
Yeah, well, he got hurt last year, too.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But,
all right.
Yeah, those are the picks, man. Any final thoughts?
I wish you the best of luck this week.
Best of luck. It's a week 1 rematch. Winner advances. Loser. Well, loser advances to the
bronze, the second and third place. Yep.
So even if you lose this week, your season's still not over. You got a consolation game.
And don't forget, we're splitting our prize money, the buy-in money. So 70 and then 20 and 10.
10. Yep.
We are having a trophy. We have to order it. I found one. I have to show them yet.
Are we going to do like league awards? I know we're doing MVP, but are we going to do other ones?
Yeah, we're going to have to figure them out.
I have some ideas.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
Which we could probably do a special show for that. If we could try to get everybody together, that'd be great. But
that'd be cool. Yeah.
How are we going to do it? I don't know.
Yeah. I just said I have some ideas for different names of awards and whatnot. So yeah, man. You want to close this out?
I suppose. All right. This has been Who You Got. Don't forget to check us out, all of our social medias at the TNT Boys Podcast, and also check out our latest episodes on podcast episodes and stuff. Make sure to also check out Agent Life Media and their Touching Base, their Use Assumptions, live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And Cameron just had an episode come out on Talking Dirt. Haven't had a chance to listen to it. I know you probably didn't have it either. But he's back. I just actually talked to him today. He was in front of me, and I talked to him. So, yeah. Go Lions. Go ahead and say you're shitty.
Go Pack Go.
Yep, there it is.
Go Pack Go. Still a diehard fan.
And also before we forget, check us out live on Saturday, it'll be a Saturday, November 22nd for the Penn State Nebraska game. I don't know what time that game starts yet, but we will be live, and then we also might be live on the Thanksgiving game. So 2 lives in 1 month and week back to back. Crazy. And also, we are going to have we might have an episode not come out the weekend we're gone. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, yeah, we'll be in Lincoln here in a couple weeks and watching the Lincoln.
Maybe a little vlog action. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe meet some new people. Robbie might make it a return. So, anyway, I know I kept you long. So, yeah, now who do you got?
Peace out. Bye.